Okay, I just received this really cool little, and I'm gonna pick it up so you can see just how little it is, label printer, and it is a USB-C. I've got it charging right at the moment. It's got a battery inside there, so it's charging, and I've got it turned on. I think I can turn it off. I don't know. Yep, there it is. Now it's charging. It's just showing that it's charging. So far, the instructions have been fairly straightforward. I didn't really read through them all because it was like I was so anxious to get started here. And honestly, there wasn't much in the package. There was a USB-C cable, A to C, I should say. And then the printer itself, and inside there is a roll. It looks like a pretty long roll of tape. And it's half an inch at least. I think it says 15 millimeters. I'm not sure. And so I was like anxious to get started, and I downloaded the app, and I had a little issue at first, but I got it connected. It did come up and say that it was not compatible or something first. But anyway, I tried 2 or 3 times, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, here it is. So it works, and I couldn't wait. I have an Omron blood pressure machine that I use every morning, and if I need to unplug it or plug it back in, it's sometimes confusing down here where I have it to know which plug was it, so I needed a label, and I made this cool label using this cool font and this cool frame, and I'm just like, cool. Now all I have to do is figure out how to peel it, stick them off, I guess, and get it stuck to my printer. But the thing that just reading through here, I love the fact that you can do predetermined size labels if you want, or this is just a continuous roll. So you can choose ones with a gap or a continuous. And the thing I love is that I have, gone through a couple of printers in my lifetime. And the old original, like Brother printer, I still have and still use because it's, a diehard. I got a different USB one that I was thinking it was USB, but it didn't have an internal battery. And you had to put in, regular batteries. I was like, not happy. So I saw this and was like, well, that's really what I want. And so now I am going to just be in love and printing all over again, labels galore. So here we go. I'm going to try and figure this out, how to take the back off and then get it put on my thing. Okay, so after multiple attempts to peel the back off, I got this part of it, and it was like, oh, it's a 2-parter, which actually I think may make it easier now that I understand that, to peel off and get the 2 pieces off. You see how quickly that came up. So now that I know that, it's like, oh, okay, well, that should be pretty easy for the future. Let me see how well it sticks. So I'm trying to do this without unplugging it. But that is my device right there. I'm just gonna, oops, knocked over my light. So there it is. I got it on there, and I don't care if it's straight or not in this particular case. I just needed some way to look at this mess of little plugs here. See if I can get it to focus. And to be able to see easily, immediately, which one was which. So I've got that one marked, and some of these others all marked, but I have to tell you, this is the printer of my dreams, almost. I don't know for sure yet, but it's close, and I'm just trying to think of what the downside might be. But honestly, yeah, this little guy right here is pretty amazing, and I'm going to unplug that and just see. It's not complaining. Hold it down for 3 seconds, turn it off, turn it on. There it is. Yeah, the fact that it has a manual cutter here, there's like no waste, period. Which was a major complaint with the last one I got. I hated it and ended up giving it away. But, this one is, I need to research some on tapes, because I would be interested in some labels, with a gap that are, a set size, for when I'm labeling file folders and stuff. But I love the fact that I can get this. Now, I'm wondering what other sizes, because this, like I said, I think it's like 1/2 inch, or it might be more. It's definitely more. Anyway, we will see, but I'm tickled pink. Okay, so I went through the process of doing the Easy Label app and taking screenshots so y'all could get an idea. It really was, it's just so super simple. A little confusing here and there, how do you do this, how do you do that, until you figure it out. But, it's like not difficult at all. And I wanted 2 of these because Fred is my fan over here. And that's why the image of the wind there to indicate that he's a fan. And then I have one to put on the power plug, and also one to put on the device itself. And honestly, again, I'm in heaven right at the moment. This has been such an incredible experience. Looking at all the other options that it had, for instance, the ability to take images from your photo album or whatever, wherever, and print them on the label is just like pretty incredible. So I am just pleased as can be, and now we get to see me cut these apart and take the stick them off. Now that we know that it's a 2-part thing, it should be a lot easier. Okay, I got my tripod and set it up so I could actually hold this in front of the camera and see. I have my fairly bright light on over here, reading light, and I can see now that there's the split between the 2 pieces right there. So I'm just going to try and fold that back like that. And sure enough, you can see how easy it is then. So rather than take that apart right this second, I'm going to cut it first. And now then, back to peel it off. And peel this part off. Really, really easy. I'm so used to the old brother style that it's just refreshing to see a different way of doing things. And now I'm going to put this on my fan and on the plug, and I can easily identify what everything is because I got lots and lots and lots of things to identify. So I'm in heaven. And there we now have our 2 things labeled down there. I have a few more, but this has just been such a pleasure. I don't mind doing it at all.